Good morning, Lagos. It's going to be a breezy 15 minutes. And the next 15 minutes, Lagos, join the conversation here on Business Express with Rotus. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Valentine. Good morning, everybody out there.
Send your WhatsApp messages to this number 0809 444 We're streaming live on YouTube, which means you can also leave the comments using the live chat option. Just type in the search box Smooth 981 FM Lagos there. Also on Twitter at Smooth 981 FM. Use that hashtag Business Express 981.
Thank you so much, sir. And we're also joined by Janet from ARM. Janet, good morning to you.
Good morning, Rotus.
Welcome. So real quick, because there's so much to get into today. The market was down by 0.27% on Friday. We're at 11.9 trillion naira, 11.97, 31,924 points is where we closed. So, gosh, Valentine, we already have a tweet from somebody asking us about the
Boeing 737.
Yeah, whether or not the NCAA is going to ground their planes. There's the Visionscape bonds. There's GTB's results, Stanbic results. There's Captain Marvel getting delayed because of government elections.
Juicy stories. I was shocked.
EFCC using a selfie drone to monitor elections in Benin.
Wow.
Man, look, there's all kinds of stuff going on, man.
I thought drones were banned.
No, the government has to make you jump through a number of hoops to be able to start to use a drone, and you pay a lot in regulation fees to use them. But you see this drone they use there. Anyway, Janet, let's start with banking results first. Let's start with GTB, because we wanted to go over GTB on Thursday, but we didn't have enough time, and Friday was Tech Friday. So let's have it. GTB had a decent result, yes?
Well, yeah, when you look at it from the full year performance, it looks, decent. And it's also having a common theme among, all the other bank results as well, where you're having declining interest income. But they were also not able to manage their interest expenses the way Zenith was able to do that. So that actually impacted their net interest income. So, and then even aside that, and another place where they were able to get help was, the impairment, the provision for impairment.
I saw it dropped, yeah.
It did,
right.
It
Okay.
did. And then it actually also just gave boost to their earning performance, and that was a common thing that we also saw among the banks as well. So that just aided, growth, and then particularly their non-interest income as well.
Thank you for mentioning that. I was about to go there. Yes, go ahead.
Exactly. So we had the fees and commission, actually, quite a jump as well, and then the forex leg as well. They had some gains on forex, which also, gave boost to their earnings. But when you look at it on a quarterly basis, you see that it wasn't very impressive. Even the lines that actually helped their performance in the full year, like the non-interest income we talked about, actually declined significantly
on a quarterly basis.
So when you're looking at it on a quarter-on-quarter basis, so their profit was lower quarter-on-quarter. So that was where we had, some issues with. Even their provisions were also higher, looking at it on a quarter-on-quarter basis as well. So quarterly, it wasn't very impressive. But when you look at it on the full year, it's been helped by, some of the Q1, Q2, Q3 results that came through earlier.
I have to throw this out there. People are always complaining about GTB's fees. So let me throw this out there. Net fee income up 24% year on year to 50 billion naira. Yeah. All right. So again, before you guys buy any stocks out there, please consult your broker, like an ARM. Yes. Do you have a? I'll be shocked if you have a sell rating on GTB. What's your rating?
We're still in the buy.
Of course, it's a buy.
It's still trading. It's still trading significantly low. Compared to where we actually see it going to as well.
Yeah.
Even for Zenith as well, it's still a buy. But when you look at it, looking at the banking space, in general, you're just expecting, everybody just on the lookout of what next to expect for the banks. Because most of them were not, they didn't get that hump from, from the interest on investment securities like they did last year.
Right.
So, and that's also impacted their earnings this year as well. So going into the full year, everybody just waiting. It looks like the next thing is the loan books for them to actually have to grow loan books, because like Zenith and GTB also recorded declines in loans by about 13%.
Oh wow. Okay.
Exactly. So they have to look. That's an area we actually suspect they would have to look into for growth. That's usually what would inform. Okay, what's your expectation on their share prices? how profitable do you expect them to still do going into the future?
Okay.
Or it's still a buy.
Still a buy. Okay, and funny enough, GTB actually declined on Friday by about 0.93%, so that's trading at 37 naira 30 kobo. But as you said, still a buy. I know you don't cover Stanbic, so I don't know. Maybe we can just quickly skirt over Stanbic. But Stanbic also released their full year results. I believe it was on Thursday or Friday. Let's see now. Profit after tax jumped 53%. From 48 billion in 2017 to what 74? Yeah, 74 billion. What are your thoughts? Again, I know you don't cover Stanbic, but
Yeah.
if you can just, what do you think of their results?
Well, I mean, I think an aspect to the result that I found very impressive was the asset quality.
Okay.
They actually talked about the loans for the rest of the banks. Have actually declined. They actually increased their loan books by 16% last year.
Okay.
And then looking at their revenue lines, for instance, you've seen revenue go up 55%, and then it's a group, and then they're held by other businesses,
right?
Their pension business. Even though the bank also contributes a significant portion of their revenue, but overall it looked like a fair result as well. They're able to their NPL, like I mentioned, will improve significantly to 3.9%. That's their non-profit, their
non-performing loans.
Exactly, the non-performing loans. So that actually reduced significantly to 3.9% from 7.9%. So
okay, I think GTB's NPLs, they dropped to like 7% or so or something. I think GTB's dropped, right? Or something to that nature.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So I can't ask you for a recommendation on Stanbic because that's not your coverage. We will. Shall we move on to Visionscape?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because this was another interesting bit of news that came out last week. So we know there was a bond. Visionscape issued a bond, right? I think because when they found out how big Lagos is and they wanted to clean up the place, they're like, we're going to need more money for trucks and to pay people. What was it, 50 billion or so? Yeah, so apparently there's been a default on the payments. And I mean, with what I'm showing here, we were talking about this over the weekend, Business Day's story on this. They're essentially, I don't know, the anonymous person that they were talking to at some anonymous sources
I found interesting.
Right, yeah. They said that Lagos State was like, okay, this Lagos State was supposed to be the guarantor, Abi.
Exactly.
But now they're saying no, we're not going to make this payment that's been defaulted on by Visionscape. What was going on? What's happening here?
So what makes it even more blurry is the fact that it was a private placement.
Okay.
So it wasn't made to the public.
Okay.
So details of it may not really be known. I mean, even SEC also issued they issued a statement in that regard as well, stating that it was a private placement, so they didn't
SEC
really have
being
to.
the securities, just for our
Exactly.
listeners.
Yes, the Securities and Exchange
Commission. Okay.
Exactly. So,
all right.
all what this really does, I think the more important part of this is, I mean, we all understand where it came from last year. It had the political undertones. That's quite sensitive area for Visionscape. And then I mean, as far as the bonds go,
right.
What I believe the effect that this really has is, the trickle effect it has on like the Lagos State bonds, for instance. They actually have a maturity coming up this year for 80 billion naira, and usually they would want to reissue to be able to cover up any outstandings that they have. But with this on board, and then that just kind of taints the image for the Lagos State government. And then but then they've also come out to issue their statements regarding what's on ground as well.
Okay.
Exactly,
So again, that's it sounds a bit problematic, but we'll have to see how things work out. Now, of course, the official election results out. I believe Sanwo-Olu is our new governor. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's a new government that has to worry about. It's still essentially the same APC government that has to look at this. So they have to figure this out somewhere or some form.
True.
Yeah.
But then, of course.
Okay.
They have to.
Okay. Let's see now. Let's go into. I have to talk about this. I know it's Tech Friday. If we wait till Friday, this news will be stale. So let's talk about this.
Well, we have a message.
Oh yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Waji said this Captain Marvel delayed release is really bothering Rotus. So do not worry, bro. We can go see it together.
That's if nobody spoils it. Waji, thanks for that. That's if nobody spoils it.
I'll come with the spoilers, guys. Bengal Komo says final elections are over. We can go back to our normal lives and set agenda for the incoming officials. The economy must be priority.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
And then Yinka sent you a message, Rotus. It says, see, people are really going through something. So this bank worker friend of mine in this car this morning asked me if I heard about the GT Bank PBT. I was like, Kilode. He said, Shebi, you work at another bank or in another bank. He was like, Inka, since I've been with my bank, we've never in our lives got near such a PBT, right? It says, I was like, is this bad? And then he says, guy, I do not know. Anyway, from the way I was looking at him with my left eye, he's thinking of jumping ship soon. So Rotus, does the PBT translate to something positive from the staff?
Okay, okay. So no, I mean, what was GT Bank's PBT? It was 216 billion. It was
And
up
PBT
by
meaning?
Profit before tax.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I mean, there's not much to worry about now. They take your taxes out of that, and then you have your profit after tax, and that's it.
Yeah, it's just normal for financials,
Yeah.
But I mean, it also recorded positive. It grew from last year, so I believe there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
It's
So
just, you know, looking for areas to improve the PBT, which the profit.
You can tell your friend that GTB is the last bank you want to worry about on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. It has been a blue chip stock now for forever. What else we got?
Oluzil says, Rotus, thanks for the analysis and for calling it private, right? Thanks to the analyst.
Yes, Janet. Yes, that's right. Janet from ARM. Yes.
Apparently, that bond was paid. Business day should chill.
Oluzil, I don't know about the bond being paid because it's what is making news now that they haven't actually, because you know how bonds have your coupon payments. It's the fact that they defaulted on it that's the issue. So, you know, there's some murky business around there. We'll have to see how far.
And Mr. Fonshi says, why the surprise at EFCC and using a hobbyist drone for such a sensitive government task, right? It says Nigerian government agencies and its employees aren't exactly in the know of what should be used in the pursuit of excellence in discharge of their duties. Look at the state governments run agencies.
Thank you for that message on Twitter, Mr. Funshi. So, Janet, what do we think? This was the drone. There's an article in Nairametrics about this. It's was a selfie drone, Abi?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Can't fly for more than 16 minutes. And
it's a test, I guess.
No, it wasn't a test though. they made an announcement. I thought it was in urban market polling units in Benin. It was supposed to be used to monitor elections. And I mean, 16 minutes. I spent 5 hours voting for presidential. How is that even practical?
They raise it up after 60 minutes.
They bring it down, change batteries, put it back up again. So not very, very practical there.
I mean, we have huge CapEx that could handle something better.
Right. So EFCC has to do better. We'll have to see their budget as well. How much was budgeted for these drones? What's Ibrahim saying?
Thank you guys. No,
we're done. We're done. Oh, so many messages. Okay, Janet of ARM, thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, we appreciate your message. Any messages I couldn't get to Ibrahim, I'll get to your message tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Thank you. Lagos coming up next. Some nice tunes. Mikasa starts us off on that really nice tune belt. So the ones that we're listing out for you until 7:30. We'll bring you the detailed analysis on newspaper stories this morning inside of Freshly Pressed 91. Keep it here on Smooth 98.1.